Okay, you guys, I'm going to be doing my weekly chart markups or preview of a review of what happened on the charts last week and look for setups potentially for the up and coming week. What I think I'm going to do starting next week, just so you guys are aware, that usually I do a Saturday video just where I'm just looking at the charts and stuff like that, which we're about to do momentarily. And then on Sunday, I actually do a news event video, which goes over the news events that I'm anticipating will impact our trades on the up and coming week. But starting next week, I'm going to just do both of them in the same video at one time, which is on Sundays. I'll do the news events first, then I'll go into the chart markups, which I think will be a little more helpful anyway. So instead of doing two separate videos, it'll be one. Okay, so let me know if that's okay with you, and we'll go from there. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into the work backwards, meaning that I'm going to go straight into the sexy analyst because we got to talk about what happened here. This really tore up a lot of people's accounts. A lot of bad stuff happened to a lot of people and they didn't even know why. And with talking with other people, I'm still finding that they're still wondering, oh, technical analysis, and have no idea what just actually happened. So I want to talk about that. So let's kind of break this down right here. Let me go back to the 30-minute chart, and this is just AUD, JPY. I can go to any of them, and you'll see the same thing happening. It was just I almost used the wrong word. Just crazy. It was just madness crazy, okay? Just craziness happened in the markets. But basically what happened was this big move here, and there may have been some intervention on the JPY where the government is intervening because their currency is dropping like a rock. So the JPY intervention is kicking in possibly. But also what happened here is that Israel had fired a rocket fired rockets on Iran in retaliation during the Asian session. So what happened was, the market just went completely crazy. You can see this. It just went crazy. And so a lot of people had a lot of bad things happen to their portfolio. That's where these big wicks and big moves that came in at. Okay, so if that was you and you were wondering, hey, what happened to my trades? What happened to this and that? That's actually what happened. So you can relax and understand why I'm insisting that everyone, please, when you're trading, trade carefully, because it's not about your technical analysis. You could have had the best markups in the world, but if they have some news event, cataclysmic news event or something that happened, your trades are dead. Okay, you're going to lose the trade, not because you did something wrong, but because of the news event. Okay, please. So what you do is, which is why I posted that video of my live trades off of my account on one of these prop firm accounts. I wanted to show you guys my losses as well, so you'll know that, hey, Uncle P lost trades too, but here's what I had to do to recover them. Okay, why? Because it wasn't nothing personal. It wasn't that my analysis was wrong, which, by the way, let me go to this trade right here first, and then we'll get back in order. So here's one of the trades where I actually had it correct. My analysis was correct about it going downhill. Okay. So let me mark this off. Okay, this is where I wanted to enter the trade because this is where the trend was at the time. Okay, and so when it hit this level, it was cool for me to enter. See, look all the way back here. See, perfect level entry. Okay, so when it came up here, yes, it poked up a little bit. Actually, let me move this up because this is where it was. It was right there. Okay, so it was at this level. And you can see this level right here was perfect. Everything was fine. So here's where it came in first. I waited for it to come down. I waited for it to come in and retest. And then all of a sudden, the news happened. And boom, you can see exactly what happened here. Okay, so what I did was, and this is why professional traders are comfortable with moving stop losses. At first, I had my stop loss here around in this area. But the more I seen that it creeping, I knew I was watching it. And I said, okay, this thing is going to be exhausted pretty soon. So what I did was I moved my stop loss right above this level over here. You can see this level here. And so once it reached up to this level, it came really close to hit my stop anyway. But I was right. I said, no, this thing is exhausted. And it was just a knee-jerk reaction to news. And so this thing will come back down. And surely enough, I was 100% correct. And so I was able to re-enter up here. And as this thing was coming back down, we was able to make some profits. I'm talking about for the copycat group, but I'm explaining the trade itself. Okay, the trade itself. Okay, so what I did was I re-entered so that the entry here wouldn't look so bad. Okay, remember my original entry was about here. Okay, so I moved my stop up here above this level here, which I saw. You can see it right here. So I moved my stop up above there. And then as price action was coming down, the second entry entered into profit rather quickly. So I closed that one out. And then it came down, but I didn't know how far down it was going to go because I knew it would probably come back up and retrace, or so I thought, even though it didn't. But I closed out the other one with about maybe 8 or 10 or a couple of pips, 15 pips worth of loss on the second position, because this still didn't, at the time when I was looking at the charts, it didn't come all the way back down, and I didn't know how far down it was going to come. But what I did was I offset. Okay, and let me be clear on that. One of the things I did on one of those positions, I offset the loss. So on the second position, as it was coming down into profit, it came down about 15 pips into profit. The one that was originally there, it did reduce the amount that we had lost to about the same. And then when I closed it out, it was kind of like a break-even trade. So do you guys see how that played out? So instead of taking a huge loss, when it shot up, I checked for the second level of resistance. Move my stop up further. I was right. It reached up to the second level of resistance, and then it quickly retraced back down because it was nothing more than a news event. So at the second level, that's where I entered a second position. And as it was coming down, it was coming into profit. The one that originally was here that shot up, that was in the drawdown, as it was coming down, the drawdown became less and less. This second position became more profitable, more profitable, more profitable. And at one level, this one matched up to the drawdown to this, closed them out, canceled the transaction, and I was at break even pretty much on that trade. So I hope that makes sense to you guys how I played it, because it was a knee-jerk reaction on news, okay? And that's how I reduced my loss so that it wasn't that bad after all. In addition to that, I also entered into this trade here on NZD CAD. And so this one here, forgot which one it was. It was somewhere. I got to check and see. Was it a NZD CAD? Yeah, I got it on a buy. So that was here. Okay, so that buy trade, I got it right here. Okay. Hope you guys, this is helping you guys to learn how to play these news events when they go against you. All right, so this buy trade right here, okay, when it shot down because of the news event, I knew, okay, something ain't right here. And you got to remember, the trends are, our trend lines are hyperactive, so they will follow price action. But at the time when before, because this is Friday, but we're talking about going to the Wednesday, Thursday. So the trend lines was here, showing that this was creating a higher high. Here's a low, here's a high, here's a high. I'm sorry, here's a baseline. Then it created a higher high. And you can see it retested it twice. That thing shot up, and I was able to make some profits on that. And I did that simultaneously while we were in the Euro AUD trades. So basically, I was able to level out the Euro AUD trades to neutralize each other and bring us back to break even. So instead of taking a big loss, we didn't lose anything on those because I had entered the second position, neutralized the drawdown on the first position. That put us at neutral. Okay. Now, then I entered on NZD CAD for buy, and that is the one that made us profitable. So all three of these happened simultaneously so that we ended up profitable instead of taking a loss. Okay, so that's how I played that news event. Okay, if you have questions, make sure to come to class on Wednesday and we can go over this again. But you guys can clearly see that's how I played it for the copycat group, so that instead of us losing money during that big news event, we were able to make some profits. Okay, not as much as I wanted, because of the news event, but we made profit. Okay. All right. So let me get out of this and now let's go back to the other pairs. Okay. If that helped you guys, please leave a comment below or send me an email to let me know that made sense on the strategy I played to neutralize the loss that we potentially were facing or the copycat group. And instead we were able to make a little bit of profit off of that bad situation. That's how you turn a bad situation into good. And just so you guys know, here's what the CC group, meow, meow. Hold on one second. Let me get this for you guys as well so we can update you on that. I just want to show you guys, this is how professional traders play with situations to make them turn in their favor, as opposed to people who are still trying to come up the ranks and learn what they need to do. This is what I'm kind of trying to share some inside secrets with you guys so that you guys kind of, you know, come up the ranks. As you're coming up the ranks, at least you're getting some good advice on, okay, how do you play situations when they were unexpected, which is going to happen, okay? Here's where we left off for the week. We did have 6 losses, but we had 16 winners. And here's where we are for the year. We're up 82.4%, 82.40% for the year, and we have crossed over the 200 line of winners, and we have 44 losses for the year. So that leaves us at 82.4%. And last week we were at 72.73% for the week last week. Okay. I'm thankful for Ms. Jenny adding in that calculation so that as we're tallying up numbers, we can actually be able to show you guys, okay, here's what happened. Okay. All right. So again, losses are going to happen. I'm just telling you, losses are going to happen. Nothing you can do about that, especially in this trading environment. Let me show you one more thing, then we'll get to the chart breakdowns so that you guys will know. So let's see. I'll show you this as well last week. So some of these losses, you can see that really weren't big losses at all anyway. You know, I mark it just for my reference. On some of these, hey, how big was the loss? Like this one, I should have put the 13 because it was like 13 pip loss. This was only a 17 pip loss. This was only a 22 pip loss. So realistically, they're not big losses on some of these, okay? So, you know, it is what it is. You know, some were not pretty, but I'm just showing, just for transparency's sake, for the copycat group, some of these, they're not big losses at all, you know, because what I like to do is, hey, I'll try to neutralize the loss or keep it as small as possible so that our winners will be able to, you know, take over that. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's get this party moving. All right. So cool. So let's go through AUD. You can see this big old gigantic wick came out. I think that the JPY intervention came in as well, the government intervention. But I don't know. I don't know about that one. But either way it goes, big wick, and there you go. So nothing there. I'm always on the 4-hour charts. You can see a big wick here. See, all the AUD pairs got attacked. When that news event happened, it impacted the AUD very, very badly. Very, very badly. Look at that. Big old gigantic wicks. Okay? Big wicks. Except for this one. This is the one I told you I'm not a fan of trading this anyway. This is the AUD NZD. I don't understand its movement, so I don't trade it much at all. Okay? Look at this. Bam. Way to the downside. But see how fast it zoomed back up? You see what I mean? It was just a knee-jerk reaction. See, same thing here. CAD JPY. Huge knee-jerk reaction. Shot right back up. Same thing here. So realistically, when it has these standing long legs, like a flamingo leg, you know what I mean? When it has these long flamingo legs, you know, if you can catch it off the bottom or top, that's cool. But if not, don't chase it. Same thing here. Okay. So realistically, okay, same thing here. This is the one that we marked up and I told you about. See that? You said, well, what's a flamingo leg? I just made that up realistically, but here's a flamingo leg. When the price action shoots up so fast and then quickly comes back down, that's when you know it was just nothing more than a news event situation, like this candle here. Just news, okay? Which I already know. When it does news events, that thing coming back. Look at this. Flamingo leg came right back up to the top. Resume back to normal. Okay. So this is what basically happened. Look at that. Oh my gee whiz. So I got to check out what happened. This is Euro GBP. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, good grief. Reese. Good grief. Reese. Look at that bad boy. Oh, I didn't see that. But I bet you Ocean Wave caught it. When we get to Ocean Wave, we're going to check Euro GBP. Okay. All right. That's Euro USD. Which Jenny have made some pips off of that and won the trade for the copycat group. Look at the G pairs. They all drop like a rock. See? News. Look at that. News. Woo. Jeez. The market got beat up. I ain't gonna lie. Guys, it's been really tumultuous over the last several weeks in the markets, more than I have seen in a very, very long time. Lots of economic data just ripping the markets apart. And look at this. GBP, USD, news. GA, news. Look, the G pairs got whooped. They got whooped. Look at that. Nothing much, nothing much, nothing much, nothing much, nothing much. This, I think this is going to go up. I could be wrong. Ocean Wave, we'll get to it. See that resistance, resistance, resistance. It became support. I think this is going to still continue up. This one, it may break through here for a few more pips. I see the double top, but since it's not midweek reversal is over, and we're gonna check Ocean Wave on that one. Okay, this one, it may retrace back up. I don't know. I see it leveling out at a strong support level right there. So this may be where it says, okay, I'm gonna drop enough, but I hope it does retrace and then continue down. But we'll see. And gold is just sitting in this range. Okay. Let me draw this box here. I haven't drawn a box in so long, I forgot where that tool is. Give me a second, y'all. Where do I go? Inserts. All right, and let me get yeah, I really have forgotten, y'all. Ain't that crazy? Rectangle. Yeah, there we go, my rectangle. I used to have it, there we go. So, see that range right there? Okay. So it's just sitting in the range at the top. There it is at the top. And here it is at the bottom. Oops. So for those who love trading gold, it's just really sitting in the level. Okay. Now, instead of drawing a range, I just drew a line. So between up here and down here is just playing bing, 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 bing. So you can see the resistance, resistance, resistance line, resistance, 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 support, 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 support. So this is just a range. It's just ranging. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. All right, let's get to Ocean Wave and we'll be done. All right, let's get to the Ocean Wave. To the wave. Now on Ocean Wave, I like the 30-minute time frame. When I'm looking at the midweek reversals, I use the 4-hour charts to do my analysis. When it's the 30-minute Ocean Wave. Okay, so Ocean Wave, I really got to wait and see what the market's going to do on Sunday evening after Asian session, see what settles out before I can say, okay, this looks delicious or this does not. Okay, I'm not going to look until that time just to be on the safe side. Okay, but I will say that if you were to trade news events, this hands down, Ocean Wave is going to be the best system on the planet to use, in my opinion. You can see even with news events, look what happened. Ocean Wave called it beforehand. It's the best predictor. Look at that. No losses yet. Boom. There we go. See? Now this one turned up at the end, but it hit neutral zone first. So if you was in a sale position, you would already known to start locking in profits. Okay? But look at there. News tend to honor trends. Okay, news tend to honor trends. Okay, look at this. See, this is where that news event happened, and look what happened. It said, nope, now we're going right back up, which I believe this one could potentially bring some uptrend movement. So I will potentially be keeping my eye on the JPY. Look at this. This was beautiful. So if this thing hangs right here, I'll probably be looking for some nice entries there. Okay, this one I don't see anything. It's hitting the neutral zone here, and you can see the little blue right there. It's neutral zone, so I'll leave that alone. All right, same thing here, neutral zone, leave it alone. All right, this one here, see, Swiss JPY, it's continuing right on up like ain't nothing happened. Okay, this was nice, EuroCAD, ooh, that potentially could be something. Okay, EA, see, might go back up. This is what I was saying. I was telling you, I see that big wick that came down, and I said I got us out at almost break-even level. Why did I do that? Because a lot of people say, oh, I think it'll still now go down. No, 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 no. When it shot down that far, that fast, it likes to come back up and recoup some of its losses as well to rebalance itself. So that's why I got us out. One position to get us into profit, one position to get us out of negative. It kind of neutralized itself. Why did I do that so quickly? Because this is what I'm looking at. See, right here, what is this telling you? It could potentially go back up. Okay, now you understand some of this stuff. Okay, trust the providers. We know what we're doing. Okay, trust the providers and copycat. That's what we've been doing it longer than you. We know what we're doing. Okay. All right, here you go. I think this will possibly go up. So the JPY pairs look like nice potentials. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Ocean Wave called it way beforehand. Way beforehand. This is like a profit. Look at that. God, look at that thing. That's a magical. We're going to check it on the G pairs. Here's the G pairs. Look at that. It called it beforehand. That is freaking creepy amazing. Look at that. Ocean Wave called it. Now this one, it didn't. Okay. That's the intervention. So they got raggedy there. So that would have been one. Okay. This one went up. You would have took profit. And how do you know? These little lines don't look like much, but look, that was 80 pips. 80 pips. Yes, you would have hit your stop loss or you would have hit your take profit. That little move right there was 80 pip move. And look, this was calling it the whole time before it even happened. 80 pips to the upside. Crazy. And look at what the long-term plays was. See, long-term plays, all of these were saying up, 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 and away. So when it did this first move to the upside before it dropped, you had already been in profit. That's creepy. Look at this. It called it like nobody's business. That's crazy. Look at this. Right there, you would have been out of profit. You could have been out a long time ago because look, from here. Oops. There we go. That move there was 174. Oh my God. Ooh, this is looking delicious to me. Ooh, look at this. This is the Mona Lisa moves I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking at right there. You see, downside, downside, downside. Spongy Bob Squarehead. Everything saying down. You got me on the radar. Radar. Ooh, you on my radar. Yes, Lord. That's nice, nice. This could potentially continue back down as well. Look at there. Okay, this one look. This look like it still want to go up some more. That's what I was telling you. See, it could continue to break through and go up some more, a little bit more, a little more meat on the bone. Now, see, this one was the USD Swiss. I don't know about it according to Ocean Wave, so I'll leave that alone. See, Ocean Wave don't say it. I ain't saying it either. Go to the 15-minute. This one I was. Oh, look at there, Jesus. USD CAD early entry for the downside. I want to get a little more confirmation here, but for those who have the Ocean Wave, this will turn into a half and half that I was telling you guys about. So if it gives me the half and half, I'm in that one. I'm gonna ride it to the downside. Let's look at gold on the 30. Gold is still it's still sitting flat to the upside, but it's just sitting flat. It's not going anywhere. So that's why I said I don't know. It's just ranging right now. Okay. Let's look at oil. Oil looks like it can continue to the downside. For those who want to trade oil with it, it looks like a potential downside. Here's the half and half that I was talking about. See, higher time frame still is saying it's an uptrend, but the early warning that it may be turning trend. Look, this is what a half and half look like. Half, the early portion is saying down. The upper portion still, because it's longer out, it's a delayed effect. So it'll show later. So this is exactly what a half and half look like. So if you ever hear me say half and half on the Ocean Wave, this is what I'm talking about. See, early warning that this trend is about to change. So this first early half, all the earlier time frames are saying we're going down and this will catch up later on. Okay. You got the US 30. It was in a huge downtrend, could have made a lot of money with the Ocean Wave, but now it's hitting a neutral zone. So I would be careful. Okay. Same thing here. It's going down. Okay. And this is the 100 NAS. Look at there. Ocean Wave calls it like nobody's business. So again, guys, if you want a good trading system just to start out and you're new to trading, I'm going to tell you guys, hands down, nothing beats the Ocean Wave system. It was the best trading system that we've ever created, and probably the last trading system we create. So get it while you can, and I mean, that thing, you clearly see it. You clearly see it. That thing is a beast. Okay. So if you want the Ocean Wave, or if you want to join our copycat service, that you want us to trade for, want to be copied on our trades that we take, then go to our website, superezforex.com, and both of those options are on there, and it'll only take minutes to set these things up, and you'll be good to go for next week. Okay. All right, guys, thank you for joining me in this one. And like I said, tomorrow I'll do a news video on news events that could impact our trades on the up and coming week. But outside of that, the truth be told, people, truth be told, starting next week, I'm going to do the videos combined. So I'm not spending Saturday and Sunday doing videos. I'm going to do it in one. I'm going to go over news events first, and then I'll get into the breakdown of charts. Okay. So starting next week, that's what we're going to do. Okay. All right. God bless you. Thank you. And let me know if this video was helpful.